Hey there, you. My name is Brian Nesline. I am a clairvoyant, empath, I don't know, intuitive type person. All of this. All the labels and the names that we use for someone that's doing psychic readings, right? Before all of that, I'm other things. I'm a dad. What? I'm a recovered drug addict. I'm a man. A lot of things. I'm in relationships with people and things all around me. We are a collection of relationships, roles, labels. These things I'm describing, I have like a little tree behind me. I'm on a cell phone making this video. I have hands, blue eyes. What? Wearing a gray shirt, and the gray shirt has, what's it got on it? Look, it's got this little buffalo on it. This is that all-seeing eye. This shirt I made, Buffalo, New York. It's a part of a graphic design business that I've had. What am I? Who am I? What is this reading about? This reading is about the ego and the shadow self. We're going to say goodbye to the ego today in this reading. We're not really going to lose it though. We're just going to emancipate it from the darkness of this world. We're going to stop talking crap about it, and we're going to change it and allow it to be our friend. We're going to spiritualize the ego. That's how it's got to be. We're going to redeem ourselves. We're going to save ourselves from the separation, from it being some kind of separate bad or separate annoyance. When it comes to the ego, it is just a set of information. Don't fight this. The ego is the one white light that is just manifested in the world. It's not fighting to stay alive. It is life itself expressing. It is white light itself expressing information in the world. That's why it's wearing the blue. That's the throat chakra and the third eye combined, those light and dark blues. Our ego is kind of like our forefront, our face in the world. And the white light is back here wrestling with itself. What should I do? What should I be? Who should I be today? Why should I be and do this or that? So know this about yourself, that you are not bad or wrong. You are instead a unique expression in the world of the light of consciousness, awareness, spirit. The things that you say and that you express are unique and one of a kind. That's how important and worthwhile you yourself is. The configuration of you, your ego, your database, is born out of all of those past experiences that only you uniquely went through in that particular way. The unique way that you express in the world is going to cut some people sometimes. Ouch. Because look, it's like a fin. It goes both ways. Two sides to it. Ouch. Here you are in the world, but you got spikes on your ego. Your unique self is really a threat to other unique selves. Not in a bad way. Not a literal threat. I just mean like the ideas and the set of data and the expressions that you bring out are different. And sometimes they seem to be in opposition of others. Well, they are. And so it looks like this. The white light in another person is fighting the white light in you. That's what happens. For example, let's say you got one guy who says, I'm a thief. Stealing is right. I'm going to steal. I'm inspired to steal. I'm a thief. You got another guy that says, got to work for your money. Can't steal it. Stealing's wrong. Stealing's bad. Don't steal from me. You got two people that are ready to stand their ground on the white light that is in them. Now look, it's easy to say that the thief is wrong, and it's easy to say the other guy's right. Ooh, forget about that for a second. Let's go to the gray. Get out of the black and white for a moment. Obviously, don't steal. Come on. We're not talking about the regular world. We're talking about the spiritual dimension. It's a card reading. It's a spiritual card reading. The name of the channel is Spiritual Card Readings. Daily. Notice this, that the energy that the thief puts in, the intelligence that the thief puts in, the logic, the belief, the stance, the self is the same as the other one. They're both doing white light experiences in the world. And when you see this and accept this, you won't be fighting other people so much as you will naturally have an emotion come out based on their behaviors. So when the thief comes up and steals, and you see it and hear about it, you're going to feel that anger. You're going to feel that repulsion because you are the non-thief. And rightfully so. And that anger or that disgust is going to cause you to do something, right? It brings sorrow. The world, why won't they behave in the way I want them to? They suck. Or it's going to bring you this, a doorway to your own light, your own stars, so that you can reaffirm what it is that you are meant to do or believe you should do or are drawn to do. Always, they're going to be able to push you or not push. They're going to behave in a way that causes you to have the option to go up to the starlight, to the inner world. Or you can live in a world of sorrow. And you will be in a world of sorrow in the duality place. That's why this is all happening down here behind the two duality walls. Notice, hold on, let me go get it. Notice, where'd that card go, Brian? The fighting card has those fins in it. See them? That's all of this. It builds like a wall in duality. So you can't really be okay. You're going to end up being sad or in sorrow if you don't look up and out of the world, up to the white lights. So you're not going to fight them. You're going to accept them. And that's going to allow you to go up here and decide things up here for yourself. And when you do that, you're going to be thanking them in a way. You're going to be like, wow, that's kind of cool that that guy stole, because it's causing me to go look up at that star that is within me that I always have access to, which is going to help me to intuitively know what to do next, which is shaping my life. So the other people don't have any power over you. That's the trickery here. It's going to cause you to go up and see your higher ideas, represented by the dragon, the green heart chakra. And then you can take those higher ideas and put them in the basket so that you can live in the world the way you feel you should. See, the trickery comes when we fall prey to this battle. When we think that these people are bad and wrong and evil, and we go on and on about that. That's what's going to lead to the sorrow. Instead of going on and on about that, go up and up to that space, get the higher idea on what you should do, inspiration in the moment, spiritually, and then you're going to be prepared with your basket of nuts to be able to take action. And what is that action going to be? Well, let's see where we pull that from. What would an action be in that situation? A healthy, constructive action to take back into your intuition to find out. And look at how that works. So their behaviors in the world just cause us to go up. So these people that you think are against you, don't fight the white light. Go up and out of the world to your inner space so that you can then come back down and communicate and act in a way. Go up to that inner space, get that big idea, the third idea of your intuition, so that you can bring back down to earth something worthwhile in response. Oh, we're going to be honest now. We're just going to allow the world to do what it does. Now look, now that response might be to call the police on that guy and have him locked up so that nobody buffers him, no one enables him to continue to steal, if that's what you're inspired to do. Or you might be inspired to do a whole other different things. Who knows? But either way, you're going to start attracting more and more people who are doing just what we're describing, who are going to their intuition, going to the light, going up to the light. You're going to be finding more and more of them. And in fact, there's not going to be people fighting with the light. They're all going to be united with the light, your soul tribe. Soul tribe. And everybody eventually is going to be reconfigured, reconformed into an image of God, the source, the Christ, the universe, the white light. We're all going to be walking around in unison like that. It's just unfolding in time. Just takes some time to do that. So I wouldn't worry about anything, really. You're not losing any energy. You're just participating in the lotus of life. Sometimes you're the green, sometimes you're the blue, sometimes you're the yellow and the red. And what are these colors anyway, but the chakra energies of emotion? Sometimes we're energized with jealousy, or sometimes with the red of anger, or the yellow of joy, or the blue of serious serenity. In any event, they're all proper participations in this world. They're all regular responses to behaviors that are happening around us, and it is elevating us all up in a way that is miraculous. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, be a part of this, help spread the message if you value this. That'd be great. Take care. This is the love relationship reading that you need to hear right now. Now don't get it wrong, this is definitely for you if you are watching this. All you have to do is make that decision. Okay, this is for me. If you make that decision, you open the door for the information to be for you. Now some people will say, well, I don't want to open that door yet, Brian, because what if I don't like the information, or what if the information is bad? That's a fair point. Well, let me say this. Just make the intention up here, since you're in control, decide that the reading is for you, and that the only things you're going to hear in the reading are things that are for your highest good, the highest good. So no matter what you hear, it's all going to fit in to that predetermined choice that you make up here on faith. See, we use our consciousness to focus with an intention on what we're going to perceive in the world around us. And if you want to receive something that's going to move you forward in your life, something that is going to be wow, something that is going to be loving and caring, expanding, to enhance your personal love relationship, if you want that, just set that intention. Say, all right, this is going to enhance my love relationship. I'm only going to hear what is pure and good to hear related to that. And it's only going to bring up in me memories or associations that I have that are about increasing or enhancing my love relationship. All right. Now I know you've got an intention in your mind about what your love relationship means to you, who it is, what you want it to be, all of that. Let's get started. Oh, now don't worry about this card being upside down, first of all, but we'll read it that way to start. Don't worry about the fact that it's a cemetery and a graveyard and you want to say, oh, it's all deathy death. No. The completion card is upside down because there is a phase coming where there is a completion that has just happened. Meaning what? Meaning that the two of you have moved past a stage of development of your relationship, and you've moved, you're putting it to rest, you're putting it behind you, and you're moving into a new one. Super easy. The gravestones represent little milestones that the two of you have made. So for example, in the beginning, way back here, a milestone might have been like you met each other. And there was a little bit of enough of a draw or that little vibe, and you were like, hey, who's that? You had that little bit of an attaching magnetic pull. Or maybe one of those milestones a little closer here is that you heard them say something about something you're interested in. They spoke in a way that resonated with you, that really felt like, hey, they share the same point of view or the same type of point of view on that belief of mine, on that activity of mine. Boom, you made it past another milestone. See, relationships are built on little lives that happen through time. Two people come together, they have experiences, they're making a third person called we, called us. And each time that new us is born and then lives out in the world, it expands, it develops, and then it dies. Not literally, but then it just gets ingrained in us. It becomes part of our foundation, so it goes down into the earth. Not literal death, but it becomes a stepping stone. These are stepping stones. That's why they get bigger and bigger as we get closer to the present. So, you have all these milestones in the past. And all these milestones are different for every person. They are unique to your we. Just think about some of the hurdles that you have made it through that have continued to keep the two of you expanding, but also coming together in a way that is valuable. Now, as we get closer here, we can see that there are a lot more emotional and mental experiences in your love relationship that have lined up or that have challenged you. That's one of the big gravestones here, is when you can get to the point where two people are acting like individuals and where you're respecting each other for your individuality, where you're amazed at how wow, this is so cool how this other person is sharing about the same thing I'm interested in, but they're doing it from a different angle. And I'm appreciating their point of view. Wow, it's adding to a new dimension to my own understanding. They really are supportive of me without agreeing with me. That's amazing. Ooh, that is a tough gravestone to get past. But if you can get through that, which you have, then you're getting up to this place here. And what is this new grave that is being put to rest? Oh, this is that fear of intimacy is gone away. Gone away. Now the two of you can easily consult your higher selves, and at the same time, you can be together as a couple, and it can explore individuality together in a way that is not going to be threatening each other, not literally, but just that isn't going to bring defensiveness from each other. It's a way that's more playful, a way that is more open, a way that is more genuine and authentic than ever before. And we see that because we see the higher self communicating so much with her. You have been emancipated from your ego, let's say. You and your ego are now a couple of people who can now show up in your personal relationships with others. So your ego's not going to be bruised. It's not going to be in control. None of that garbage. Instead, you as your wise higher self is going to be the one that's calling the shots. And that's good news because that's going to allow things to really open up in a much more creative way, represented by the root, not the root, but the solar plexus. Say the word, Brian. The orange chakra of the sun and of the flowers that are blooming here, the sacral. Whoa, I said it. The sacral chakra rebirth is really going to be this creative expansion. That's what's coming next. We're not putting creativity to rest. Creativity is what's blossoming after the phase that you've just went through. So, let's take a look at the next card. Oh, love relationship. I like this we that you and they have. So excited to see where it's going to go next. Oh, it's coming from this other deck. Oh, that's coming from this new deck, this New Orleans deck. Let's find out what it's looking like here. Share your gifts. Oh, how good is this? So in your love relationship, it does show you guys as really sitting down and just respecting each other's authority, represented by this person here that looks like a mother. Authority, one of you gets to play the role of the wise, authoritative person with the purple crown chakra and the green on. The other one acts more like a child, meaning like, wow, awe and wonder. They look at you with that childlike safety, like they trust you just like a child would trust its parent. But they also are like, wow, you're teaching me a lot. I'm learning a lot. So they're absorbing from you like a sponge, like children are like sponges. And then the roles switch. And you're able to be like that child, and you're able to look at their gifts, the gift of who they are as they share their wisdom of their experiences with you. Look how the whole thing is all set in a beautiful green heart chakra day, represented by all the green growth back here. And you can see that there's some music being played. What's that? Harmony. You guys are in harmony with each other. Look, it also shows that this is mysticism. You see the tarot card sign here. This is showing that both people are open more and more to the mysteries of life and to explore the mysteries of life in new ways. So, like, for example, they're going to just be more open to your points of view on life and the way that you describe it and the tools that you use. And you're going to be more open to the way that they describe life. Even though it's completely different in some spaces, you're going to see the similarity in it. You're going to see the similarity in it because everything is expressing the same thing, represented right here by the crystal ball. And this is a root chakra box, meaning that it's a square, so it has 6 sides to it. And that means that there's different dimensions to be able to look at the same thing. So you're going to be able to appreciate the type of work your partner does, and you're going to look through the eyes of them and you're going to see that it's the same one white light, the same God consciousness space, the same information or intuition happening for them, just through a different channel, through a different tool. So that's good. Share your gifts. This is a great phase to be in, and it looks like you guys are on a trip somewhere. Like you went out somewhere different than you normally would go, out in public even, and that you're able to just be free. If you can be that way out in the streets, that means that you don't have to be confined anymore. Your relationship is expanded in a way that you can just feel very open. Very open is what it means. That's good news too. Wow, what a nice love relationship. What a series of we that has been born and reborn over time with that card that we saw of the completion. All those versions of yourselves that you have to stand on top of. And now we're moving into that creative space where you're really going to be able to share your gifts with each other a lot more. So let's see where we go from there. It looks like it's coming from the surrender deck. So while you are sharing each other's gifts, what is there to look out for? We hate to point out danger. That's ridiculous. Let's not do that. This is just going to be something that we need to hear at this moment that's going to help maximize the sharing of gifts with our significant other. And what is it? Again, with the surrender your fear of intimacy. So this is your really a big opportunity for you really to go bold. Go bold. Just let go. Let go. Let it be the end of any holding back. So it's okay now to be able to express your thoughts and your feelings because you're not going to be projecting them on the other person. You're going to just be showing them yourself. You're going to be sharing the gift of you with them. And as you do that, as you gently and sincerely and authentically share the gift of yourself with the other person, you're going to be setting yourself up to see them doing the same thing as a reflection. There's the reflection, as a reflection back. So we're going to let go of our fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in a much bigger way, in a much more expanded way, as we see by the openness out in the courtyard here. You're ready to let love move in a bigger way. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart in a much bigger way. And that is, again, the box we see here. This is our heart box. The red heart box with the crystal ball on it means that we are connecting our heart to the white light, to the anything is possible, to the light of God. And we are safe now to be able to live as mortal beings with another person and be able to share our gifts, be authentic, be ourselves without losing ourselves. Congratulations making it to this phase with a significant other in your life. Now, if you're along the pathway, you can always enhance any of these things. Everything that you're doing with anyone is a stepping stone on that. The sacred union comes out. So remember that no matter what part of the grave cemetery stone that you're on, you are constantly doing this sacred union with another. And that is what that blue throat and that third eye is all about, with those colors there, the indigo and the light blue. So continue to see all your relationships as sacred unions that only the two of you have. And explore them in a way that is that white light. You can see it right here in between the two of you. Allow that light to guide you and to lead you in this tunnel of whatever's coming next. Whatever's coming next, don't be afraid. Take care. That is your reading, your love relationship reading for your highest good at this time. I'll see you tomorrow. Go ahead and like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the bell, be a part of this spiritual connection I publish every day. Take care.